Brian
Hello?
and Kimmy, Kim and Alan and Kim C. And then we have online Jolene with us. Amy told me that she is not going to be able to probably come in because she is youth pastoring at a activity that is over in Greensburg with her parents' church. So um, anyway, which by the way, Amy is trying really hard to move back here to Kansas City.
Is she really?
Yeah,
Where's she gonna go to school?
JUCO.
Oh,
That's what she's wanting to do anyway. I don't know. We'll see how that all works out. But that's what she's trying to get done, which would be great.
it would be.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Well, I wanted to get us started off. As most of you probably already know, we have started our semi, and we jumped in a period of about 2-3 weeks, because we had talked about it last time that we were going to start it. Pretty much after that conversation, within a week or less, we actually started it. We went from 4 services a week to 116. And over the course of that time, if you look at weekly attendance, before was, somewhere around, 6,000 or so. Now it's around 20,000. So jumped up a ton. And basically what you see if you're to look at for those of you who can kind of look on the back end of the Church Online platform, the admin panel, now they have a dashboard with a few statistics on attendance and that sort of thing.
Hey, you don't even need admin permission. If you're a volunteer, that's the only thing you see on the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
The stats.
Well, that's great. That's great. You can kind of see where we pop up during the week. It's usually around, I'd see it somewhere between 1,500 to 3,000 people per day. And then it will peak on a Sunday like it always does and then drop back down. The crazy thing is that we are reaching more time zones than we ever have before because we're starting at like 1 o'clock in the morning and going all the way through. The schedule that we have set up right now is pretty much any time that we would not have a live service on Sunday. And that's for me to just keep my brain together because we have, I basically formulated this with Amy Miller. We both got our heads together and kind of figured out what we were going to do. We have it on a month rotation. So basically, whatever the last 4 weeks of content is, that goes in a rotation in 4-hour blocks, basically. So it goes from like 1 to 5, and then another block from 5 to 9, and then another block.
So it repeats the blocks, right?
Yeah, the blocks repeat. And the reason for that is, and here's my theory behind it. If we have someone who just pops in and wants to watch a particular service, I want to be able to offer it at different time slots so that they don't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because it's the only time it's good.
Right.
Because over time, that's what would happen. So we're just basically taking the last 4 weeks and we're just have these 4-hour blocks that we rotate over and over. And then as new content comes, we'll just take the oldest thing off. And so basically that's how it's been rolling right now. So if you look at it right now, we have 3 weeks of big character. I think that's right. Well, we will have 3 weeks of big character. Right now we have 2 weeks of big character and 2 weeks of What If the Church. The 2 last weeks of What If the Church.
Can you still go in and watch it outside of the sim live? I mean, how do you watch it that way? On YouTube?
You can do it on YouTube. You can do it at westsidefamilychurch.com. From the watch above. And there you go. Depending upon how far back you want to go, you can get the entire worship service, but you don't get notes.
Okay.
So you can, if you really know what you're doing, drill down, you can get notes somewhere else, and you can get the whole worship service. But it's very difficult to find it all in one place. And for the vast majority of our people come on the first time, they're not going to know all that stuff. They're not going to figure that out. And so basically, this has worked really, really well. Right now, as it stands, I've turned off all of the chat that happens for the Sim Live services. But if someone wants to prayer ninja at any of those time slots, here's the criteria that happens for the request prayer button to change to prayer button, is that the online campus has to be in session. It has to be live, which now is probably more likely than not. And you have to be a prayer ninja logged into the system at the same time. When that occurs, and both those criteria are true, then the request prayer button will change to a live prayer button. Now, unfortunately, there is no way to interact with people in the chat to encourage people to click that live prayer button. But it does change.
I mean, you said live prayer button and switch. Does that mean that they can still put in a prayer? Just nobody's going to be there?
Right, but it doesn't say live prayer. The button says request prayer.
It says request prayer. Okay.
And so then that opens up a form that they can fill out, and then that goes to Ann, and that goes to people to pray for them.
So we're still accepting.
Okay.
But if the prayer ninja logs on, it goes live.
Yeah, right. Just be aware.
That was my question. Sometimes I go in, just catch some of them, and it will change to live prayer on my end. Does it also change to live prayer on their end?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So basically what you're saying is
Okay.
almost any time.
Yeah, you could. You could. Now, again, we don't have the benefit of the chat that occurs.
Right.
But the slides, the interactive slides that fire off, they fire off on timers. So the slide ruling aspect of it doesn't really need to be there unless we wanted to add another layer of interactivity for that person to, in the chat, say, hey, hit live prayer now, for that person to say, oh, let's do the live prayer thing. But all of the worship and the normal kinds of things that occur from the video will, by timers, automatically fire in the chat. Also, starting today, we have our new Get Connected class. It's 47 minutes long, which is perfect because that time slot between 12:05 and 1 o'clock was a time slot that was left open because I couldn't throw a whole hour's worth of content in there because it would overlap. But I could throw Get Connected in there every single Sunday if we wanted to plan it. Now the requirement.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Now I haven't turned that on. We could turn it on at any time. I could just say, okay, every Sunday we're going to do a Get Connected. But one of the things that the pastoral team would really like for us to have, if we choose to do that, is to always have someone there, direct people in the chat, which makes total sense. Because the Get Connected is really, it's not just an information dump. It's a way for people to get connected to the church. And if
Well,
there's,
and ask questions.
and ask questions, right, exactly. So anyway, we're trying that out right now with the Get Connected. It's going right now as we speak. And I'm assuming that everything's working okay. I hope so. There's been some in the past few weeks, man, it's hard for me to keep track of it all. But anyway, here's one of the things I know we had talked about before about the Sim Live events, and I am totally willing to open up those Sim Live events to be chat enabled if we choose to do so. There's a couple of different ways that we could do that. One would be, right now, all of our Sim Live events are on this regular schedule by days. So every single day, that particular event will fire. It's all repeated. All the time.
Is it 24/7?
It's pretty much 24/7. Now, when it doesn't run is when we do live services here on Sunday.
Okay.
We also don't run during that time block Monday through Saturday either, and it just makes the schedule a lot cleaner.
Right.
Because all of our events now repeat daily. So if it's like at 10 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I would also have to have it on Sunday. It would overlap with our live service, and then that's no good. So it just makes it easier for me to schedule because it's kind of a nightmare having all of the back-end stuff, video, and getting all our Google Ads to fire, and all these other things to be all synchronized. It's kind of a stretch, as it is.
It makes it easier for time differences in different places.
Right. Yeah. So one way we could do it is I could say, all right, if you guys were to say, okay, I want to do a sim life service on a Wednesday night or whatever, and it doesn't matter what the content is, it's just that time block would be. Then I could say, all right, because the reason why I say that is that the time for that particular content piece will change as the rotation changes.
Right.
Probably the easiest way to do it for me would be for me to give whoever wanted to man that service admin access, and for them to manually, in that event, in that particular hour, turn on chat, and then when they're done, have as part of their rhythm, when the service is over, turn it back off.
Yeah. Turn on the chat, does that turn on the live prayer?
No, live prayer fire is if you have a prayer ninja.
That's what I was, but they're separate, right?
Those are two separate modules. And I have chat turned off, and live prayer just activates if you have a prayer ninja there.
I lost a prayer when we refreshed after a service today.
Okay.
So I
It
don't
happens
know.
all the time, like,
Well,
really,
but it
really,
really bothers me.
I know.
It's right in the middle of a conversation with them. So, she never did that.
Okay. Do you have the ability to look in the on the back end to see if she logged in to get her email address?
I don't know. I never looked.
She didn't. She doesn't have the permission. She doesn't have the access to.
Alan probably does.
I probably do, yeah, I don't know.
Alan's an experienced captain. He
Oh,
probably
yeah,
knows
he-
how to do it.
Then he can look up the
So if you go into
username.
admin section and go under users, and she gives you the username, you
Okay.
can see if she created an actual login, and if she did, she has an email address.
Then I can contact her.
Then you can contact her.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check that.
Here is what I would like to say on this.
Mhm.
I told you my online group, and I've got to talk to the gals again. We want to do a Wednesday night with this Sim Live. I would love it though if we would know that at 7 o'clock, say, on every, well, we're only going to do 2 Wednesdays a month, but that would be the Sunday service. I would really like to be able to have people know that Westside Family Church at 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights is going to have a repeat of their Sunday service. I don't know if that's possible as you're setting up your schedule, that you could do that. And like I said, my group was going to take 2 Sundays a month, or not Sundays, 2 Wednesday nights a month is what we had talked about. I don't know if that's possible or not. But I just think there's a lot of churches that do Wednesday evening services, and that if these people could know that at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night they could still catch that Sunday service, that might be, and have a live chat. That might be a great thing to have for Westside.
Okay. Let me look into that. I think I could probably tell you it's probably going to be either 7 or 8 p.m. It kind of depends on how it lands.
Okay.
Probably 7.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it because without having my spreadsheet in front of me, my brain gets dizzy looking at all of this stuff, as far as when things are going to turn on and turn off for the previous
Right.
Sunday's message. But yes, we should consistently have, at least by Wednesday, the previous Sunday's message up on SimLive. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, and don't you see that would be a real advantage if you could take that current Sunday and have it on Wednesday, for people who, I think that would be a really good thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's a lot of churches that do services on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Is there any way to do that if you want to do it consistently with a group, that you could do it in a Google Hangout?
Not right now. You could, from a technical perspective, you could do it, but it would require that we have someone here on staff
Okay,
at 7 o'clock at night to fire it off,
okay.
spool up the Google Live thing, and that's kind of an ordeal.
I have no idea. I'm not tech savvy.
You see, I'm sitting here like,
I saw Amy came on. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Hey, how are you guys doing?
We're just dandy. How are you?
Good, good. Did you all get your schedules that I sent out last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I got
got
1:28 a.m.
Good.
I haven't
good.
even looked at email yet today, Amy. I'll look at it though.
That's fine, that's fine. Just wanted to see if anyone got them.
I won't be here next Sunday though.
Hmm?
I'll be here next Sunday. I meant to tell you that, Jolene. Sorry. I won't be here.
What now? Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Okay, so what I'll do, Jolene, is I will send you the time slot for, yeah. I'll figure out what it's going to be, whether it be 7 or 8 o'clock. I don't have that in my head right now.
Okay, and then I'll go back to my group and talk to them, and then I can let you know from there.
Yeah, in fact, that could be, I think it would be really cool to have a group discussion or group, basically a small group around the sermon content, really. That'd be really cool. Okay, the last thing that I have on the list is the iMinistry conference in October. This past week, Nate gave me the final dates, because you know we've been talking about that. The dates are on, I'll bring it up here, October 14th through the 16th.
You said 14th through the 16th?
Yes, October 14th through the 16th.
Ellen, you might be able to go. I mean, we're
I
not-
really did.
don't have a job yet. Which would be awful. Quite possible.
So here's what I would love to take some folks. So if you want,
What is it?
it is a conference where a bunch of people that do ministry online come together, share best practices, commiserate.
October what?
October 14th through the 16th.
I'm in.
And you can meet people from all different kinds of churches doing online ministry in lots of different ways, like folks from Life Church, Saddleback. Wow, just a bunch of really great folks. They are really super. Amy, you went once, right?
Didn't you?
I think so. Is that the one that we went to Dallas for?
Yeah, we went. That's,
Yep. And we met Jan and everyone. It was awesome.
Yeah, Carol went
I went.
once.
I watched it online last year. I'm disappointed they're not doing the online sessions this year.
Watched some of it online last year.
Right.
Online.
Yes. Yeah, this year we will not be broadcasting anything live. That's how we're going to be structuring it, because it's going to be more like roundtables with topics of discussion that we're all just going to share, instead of having a lot of keynote kind of stuff going on.
Now, when do you need to know whether we're going?
Well,
Mind blown.
Okay, I'm the planner.
yeah,
When would
clearly.
you leave? When do you need to go?
Probably I would need to know, let's just say August, try August. And,
Well,
because
We're
I'll need to
I'm
book,
going.
I'll need to book plane tickets.
Where is it?
we'll go.
Is it in Dallas again, Jason?
What?
Where is it this year? Is it in Dallas or?
You're the same place. Did you go to the one you went to the one in Dallas over at Lake Point?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and like that really cool building and like that really cool area, and like we went on public transportation for the first time. Or is this the wrong conference?
Different Dallas. That's a different one.
That's a different.
Different.
Okay, see, so I've never been to the Admonition one then.
Different side of Dallas. This is in Stillwell, Texas, which is near there.
So you can
Yeah.
fly down.
Yeah.
Last.
Well, when you went, we went to Life Church.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Life
We
Church.
went to Life Church, and
We drove down.
in Edmond, Oklahoma.
Oh,
That was
That's
a
right.
relatively short trip.
okay.
This one would be a much longer trip. If we find that we have a whole bunch of people that want to go, then we'll probably drive.
Yeah, I'm in.
Alan
I'll
and I
love
would
to
like
do
to
that.
go.
It would be a great thing to do.
I've never been to one. I mean, I enjoyed what little bit I saw online last year. And I was supposed to go with you, but I ended up buried in homework.
Yeah.
But that one happened.
No one would do that.
Oh. It's all right. But
So anyway,
you better send it.
I'll just throw that out there, and I would love for you guys to go and yeah.
Are you gonna be able to go to your job?
I don't know why.
I hope you have a job.
All right, so that was all that I had on my list to talk with you about. Schedules, SimLive, iMinistry Conference. You guys are doing a really great job. I mean, me being able to host on the front end, and when we first started doing it, I was all worried and nervous and everything. But you guys have done such a wonderful job covering. And wow, it's just been really, really cool to see how God's been using you guys. Oh, by the way, Amy, I don't know if you have received the notification on this or not, but there was this one, I don't even know if it's a girl or a boy, Flavi from Sri Lanka.
I can go either way.
Go either way. That wanted to start volunteering. And
I haven't received anything from that.
you haven't.
That's awesome.
No.
Okay. Well, I will pass it along to you then,
Okay.
and then that way you can get in contact with him or her.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Amy, I love
I'm
you.
just trying to figure out why I didn't get it. Because did we set up something that I would get it? Because I'm checking my email now, so that's why I'm.
Well, it should be. If it's not, I'll fix it. But what should
Because I didn't receive anything from. Guess I can look at my social one.
Oh, about what time?
Oh, here it is. Oh, your new response just received.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I
just
got it.
you know, this person could probably they could do slide ruling easily.
Okay.
I probably try them out on that first, and then
Slide ruling, did you say?
yeah, slide ruling, and then maybe chat artist
Okay.
because it's not all that great, and because this person's only 15, so
Oh,
it's
Hey, I'm 15. Watch.
you know I think
well,
for starters, you know, make them part of the team.
Yeah,
give them all the
yeah.
training, but you know, slide ruling for now. I think
Do
it's
we
probably
have a training for slide ruling yet, like a video?
Ryan's making them.
Tonight.
I mean,
You're
what?
making the videos for
I'm making what?
Training videos.
training.
Oh, you were serious about
I'm not serious about that.
When Jason says something, he means it. So you, like, I'm just saying.
I say DVD in the chat, and he's like, "I'll pay the postage. That's it. You know, let's make this happen."
You mentioned it, dude. You, why don't we do DVD?
Did.
Yeah, we should
And I'm like,
really do that.
We should do DVD.
He should-
and I'm
he
like,
should set the
I'll pay for the
volunteer chat
postage.
so
You can
fast.
earn it. Because now he has
Guess what
access
I'm
to
doing this
files.
week?
You need to be really
DVDs.
careful what you suggest. You suggest it, you do it.
I didn't even suggest
That's what
training
I did.
videos.
Yeah, Ryan's been interning. If you guys don't know, he's been
Yeah.
interning. What, for a week or two now?
It's been,
And
maybe, yeah, 3 weeks.
yeah,
Since
he's got
VBS.
since VBS. He's got the Roku channel completely.
Rock on. I love the road.
It's all up to date now.
Wow.
And now the Roku channel includes the worship stuff too, which is really great. Thanks to
You go,
I
Ryan.
appreciate you.
Yeah, what are you doing?
And-
Awesome.
Nothing.
And so he's getting better and faster at updating that code. And, you know, we're trying to branch out in different ways to,
I'll be here tomorrow doing day service. So.
We appreciate you.
You do.
And our homework.
You're awesome. You're doing things that I'm like,
Yep. Okay. So is there
Great
anything
to me.
that you guys wanted to cover?
I was just gonna ask and see if there's anything else because I need to. Lee and Nicole are here, so I need to go spend time with them before they leave. So I didn't know if there's anything that you guys needed to tell me with the new schedule that came out. But since half of you guys didn't see it, so you guys can just send me emails if I didn't do it correctly.
I answered Amy.
You did? Okay, thank you. Like, if there's issues with it, just send me nasty letters. That's cool. I'll try to sort through them and do better next time. And just thank you guys for what you do.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Anything else you guys need to tell me or that I should know?
I think she said she was going to go.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go now. I love you all. You guys are amazing, and thank you for what you do.
Okay.